can be only one person. And Goku looks like, what? And they do this panning shot of Arinsu's boobs. So the camera starts slowly panning up, and then it finally goes to her face because, yeah, that's exactly what the animators always want to do. They always have to pick these specific shots. This is where the tension really starts building up because it's like, oh snap, what are they going to do when they find out there's someone even stronger than Tamagami 1? And so there they do this cool shot where everyone's looking at Tamagami 1 and Goku's like, wow, he looks even stronger. So keyword there, looks even stronger. I guess he doesn't confirm that he is stronger, but I think what was told to us was that Tamagami 1 is the strongest. So that's where we end up going with that. And so from here, Vegeta ends up saying that, I'll let you have the last one. Yeah, Goku, they end up fighting over who's gonna have the last shot against Tamagami 1. And this is where Degesu, this is where Panzy, she realizes something's not right here. And it's the Dragon Ball is missing. Dun dun dun, and they're like, oh, now like I said, this is where the tension's building, and they're like, wait a minute, then if he doesn't have the Dragon Ball, and even Neva's shocked, then who in the heck beat it? Even Glorio's like, someone beat Tamagami 1? And because, I don't think he knows about the other the new Majin Buus that was introduced by Dr. Arinsu. And this is where Tamagami 1 says that the Dragon Ball has gone to the victor. And Vegeta's like, what? And boom, we end up getting a hard smack of the ground as we see a heel hit. And it can be only one person. And Goku looks like, what? And they do this panning shot, but before they do the panning shot, they want us to get a huge big shot of Arinsu's boobs. So the camera starts slowly panning up, and then it finally goes to her face because, that's exactly what the animators always want to do. They always have to pick these specific shots and stuff. Of course, if you've seen Dragon Ball Superhero and how they did Bulma's booty in that, or other scenes just in Dragon Ball, even like Piccolo kicking Junagano AK-17 in the face, and the camera only cuts 117's butt has completely taken up the camera. This is the type of stuff that they do. And so Dr. Arinsu basically is looking very devious over there. And this is where these kaioshin says that's my sister. And we see that Majin Kuu Majin Duu has woken up, and Majin Kuu barely up, and Dr. Arinsu just looking all super confident. And this is where even Bulma, aka Bulma, recognizes, hey, those are like Majin Buu. And from here, this is where Dr. Arinsu says, unfortunately, the first Demon Realm Dragon Ball is already ours. And I love this scene because this is where you can really, for the first time in a while, if not, this level of attention in Dragon Ball DAIMA, you could cut it with a knife because it's like, oh snap, Vegeta, Goku, and Piccolo, they're uneased. They're on guard, as they should be, because they're told Tamagami 1 is supposed to be the strongest, yet Dr. Arinsu and her Majin Buu companions here defeated him. And Glorio was very interesting because we know secretly Glorio's working for Dr. Arinsu, but he's got sweat, like as if he doesn't know exactly what's going on here either. And Dr. Arinsu is just looking all confident. I mean, why wouldn't she? Tamagami 1, the strongest Tamagami, has been defeated, and she has the warriors under her control. And there you see Majin Kuu looking devious. And I know some people might be thinking, well, what he gonna do? Just because he was wrecked by Tamagami 1, we still don't know the power scaling. We still don't know where Majin Kuu ranks. He could potentially still be stronger than Goku and Vegeta, could be SS3 level and all that stuff, just because Tamagami 1 was defeated. We don't know that. He could be very strong in that, so we don't know his range, but we know for certainly, and that's a great close-up shot of the Dragon Ball. And once again, these tight close-up shots of Glorio, not recognizing what's going on here. We have a face-off here. Dr. Arinsu, who has one of the Dragon Balls with her very powerful Majin Duu, and Majin Kuu, who's probably, like I said, already powerful as well. And then we have Son Goku and his gang, who have 2 of the Dragon Balls, but of course they secretly don't know that Glorio is working with them. And so here, basically, we got a big standoff. Like, what is gonna happen? Like I said said in episode 16's review, you can cut the tension. You could cut the tension with a knife. And so Son Goku's like, who the heck are you guys? And Dr. Arinsu confidently is about to state who she is, and this is where he goes like, I am Majin Kuu. And she's like, why would you introduce yourself before me? You know, she's the boss here, right? And so she mentions that she is Arinsu and she is a Glen. And Majin Duu goes ahead and goes like, I'm chocolate. She's like, I'm Majin Duu and I love chocolate cookies. Oh! So that was really cool. And they want to know what is the meaning of all of this. And he's wondering, he's sweating. Glorio's like, what are you all planning here exactly? And so this is right here where, yeah, once again, Luma, aka Bulma, mentions that Majin Buu, they look like Majin Buu, and Piccolo's like, they do. And Goku, he's looking over at the Dragon Ball, and he's looking at Majin Kuu, and he's like, all right, he said, I'm guessing you beat the Tamagami. And Majin Kuu reveals that no, it was actually Majin Duu that defeated him, and said, I lost. And then he takes a big smile, and Goku, serious as ever, he's like, then why are you acting so proud? So I love the seriousness here, just the tension that this series has needed. And so Nahare comes forward, aka the Supreme Kai, and the way he approaches his sister is almost as if he has a much better relationship with his sister than he did with his brother. And he goes like, it's been a long time, my sister. And she says, Nahare, it really has been a long time. And she's like, you're still as short as ever. And she goes like, well, they got turned back into kids, so that's why he's shorter and all that stuff. And he says, so did my friends. And so this like confirmed what I was saying earlier in episode 16, is that even in his adult form, Nahare is still shorter than Arinsu in his younger brother, and their younger brother Degesu. And so he said that's why they're looking. And so Dr. Arinsu realized, oh, that's why you're looking for the Dragon Balls, to restore yourselves back to normal. And here East Kaioshin does this devious looking smile that he did early on when he first became when he first entered Dragon Ball. What was it? Dragon Ball it was the beginning of Dragon Ball Z and everything like that. So that was pretty interesting that they were doing that here. And so from here, we end up getting basically Majin Duu. He's all focused until this butterfly goes past him, and Nahare is asking, would you be willing to give us that Dragon Ball so we can grant our wish? And from here, Majin Duu just goes chasing this butterfly, so easily distracted like a cat. And Dr. Arinsu was like, I got my own wish. And it says, and I think Nahare says, I already know what it is. You want to become the Supreme Demon King, just like Degesu. And she says, no, she does not lack any sort of vision like Degesu, basically roasting her brother there. Says what she wants is more terrifying. She wants to take the outside world and make it bow down to the demon realm. She feels that that's the true genius. Nahare feels like it's too bad you won't use your genius for peace. And she's like, a peaceful demon world? She says that sounds absolutely disgusting to her. And so basically Vegeta's wondering, he's like, so what's your plan then? And Dr. Arinsu looking like, oh, she says, for a lower being of the outside world, you're certainly arrogant, aren't you? And Vegeta's like, watch it. And she's like, I have a proposal. So she's like, my Majin will fight a representative from your side, and you bring and she's basically like, the winner gets all 3 Dragon Balls. What do you think? So Dr. Arinsu at least here shows that she wants to play fair. And so even though they have 2, Piccolo mentions, and you have 1, and she's like, Arinsu's like, well, if you don't accept my terms, I will destroy the Dragon Ball. How you like that? And Piccolo's like, grr. And so Goku's like, that sounds great to me. Let's fight, right? Because he's like, oh snap, I really want to fight these things. They beat Tamagami 1. And Vegeta's like, hold on, Kakarot. He says, I'll be the representative. Or we could just do, he says for the representative, let's do rock, paper, scissors. And Goku basically smacks Vegeta's hand out the way and says, oh, come on, you faced the last Tamagami. And he's like, it's obviously my turn. And Goku, he's squaring up Vegeta. He's like, he mean mugging. Like, yeah, well, what you got to say about that? Like, it's rare we see these silly moments. Usually it's like this. Vegeta's the one yelling, but even Goku, he's not backing down. Vegeta's like, rock, paper, scissors. And Goku's like, he says, we're taking turns. and you see Majin Duu right there in the back just flying around trying to get that trying to go ahead and get that butterfly. And Vegeta's like, oh, we each fought once, so it shouldn't, he's like, so it shouldn't matter who goes next. And Goku says, it doesn't, he said, if it doesn't matter, then I'll go. And Vegeta's like, how so? And it's Bulma, aka Bulma, has to be the voice of reason. I love how Goku's like, and Vegeta's like, and they're just fighting over who's gonna fight it. And she's like, hey, it's Sun Kun's turn and everything. And she tells Vegeta, if you're really adult here, then you'll do the adult thing and let Goku go because you went last time. And Vegeta's like, whatever. And it just goes to show you the level of respect that Vegeta has for his wife Bulma, aka Bulma. And so Goku's like, awesome, I got this. And so he walks past everyone, and he basically walks right on up to Majin Duu. And so Majin Kuu, he ends up leaving the Dragon Ball over to Dr. Arinsu and runs right over there. Oh no, I guess he wasn't walking up to Majin Duu. Goku actually walks up here to the battlefield, and Dr. Arinsu says, hold it, you're not fighting. And he's like, huh? And he's like, but I told you, I'm pretty strong too. And she says, pretty strong won't cut it. And she says, Majin Duu, you're up. And she says, go and fight. And Majin Duu, he starts squaring up. He's like, and he does his fancy jump here and starts twisting over in the air, 360s, and lands on his feet and looks right over to Son Goku and not backing down. And Goku's all focused. And it makes sense for Dr. Arinsu, because if you have the being that defeated Tamagami 1 and you know what you're up against a Saiyajin warrior outside world who not only defeated Majin Buu but 2 of the Tamagamis, yeah, you want to break out your biggest weapon most that you can. Son Goku versus Majin Duu. Now this is the fight I've been wanting to see, because I'm like, okay, this has got to force Goku to go SS3, because the fact that it took Son Goku SS2 to defeat Tamagami 3 and it took Vegeta SS3 to defeat Tamagami 2, I'm like, then that means that, man, Majin Duu must be on a whole other level if we are to believe that Tamagami 1 is the strongest of the Tamagamis. So I'm like, we get some real good tension here. Son Goku gets ready in his stance and he is ready for battle. Majin Duu not backing down at all. Goku is all focus in business, and Duu is like, here I go. And he starts having that steam come up, and